Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:31, 56 degrees last time I looked.
Burr.
Burr?
That's pretty low for this time of year, waking up in the morning. Don't you think? 56?
I think it feels good.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it does feel good. It feels great.
Yeah, especially for the rest of the forecast for the rest of this week.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Start out cool and warm up each day, it looks like. So how you been?
I have been great. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. It's always good to get home. Had a wonderful time, meeting wonderful people in a wonderful place. And it's still nice to get home. It's always nice to get back to, where you live and what you're used to, and kind of catch back up a little bit and ready to go.
Good. I had a lot of people stop me after you talked to us live from Ireland with Michael.
Yes.
And said how much they enjoyed that.
Oh, good.
That was really neat to have Michael talking to us live from Ireland with a signal that was just as crisp as you could even imagine.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. They have good cell service there, so we just use the same software that we use when we go out, like we'll go out, I guess, today, huh?
We will, yeah. I think we're going to Off-Broadway. I think we're having cinnamon rolls and coffee with the residents.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So welcome back.
Yeah, what a way to start. I understand there was some controversy around here about cinnamon rolls, something with Christy Wells. Well,
I don't, not necessarily controversy. Where's the sheet? Here it is. The Anselmo Myrna students are going to be coming in this week. They're raising money to go to Washington next summer, and they're going to be selling cinnamon rolls. So they have asked us to make the decision on which cinnamon roll recipe they're going to use. They have like 4 different recipes of cinnamon rolls, so they're going to bake them all up. They're going to come into the show, is my understanding, on Wednesday, and then we, the staff, get to do a taste test, and we are going to vote on which cinnamon roll they are going to use, or which recipe they're going to use to sell cinnamon rolls to raise money for their Washington trip.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
It does, but it's responsibility I'm willing to take.
Well, I hope we pick the right ones. Sounds like fun, though, and it's a great fundraiser. Great
idea.
It is.
Yeah, very good fundraiser. So
good. It's has been busy. Big weekend. This past weekend, as usual, that weekend is always huge. This weekend is no exception as well. Lots of festivals and activities going on, and I assume we'll be going out and doing remotes and going to Sumner and different places and talking with different people.
Yeah, I think Sumner, Oconto, and Myrna are on the remote schedule this week.
That's a big one.
Yes.
Yeah, fun weekend for everybody. Last weekend was, oh my goodness, coming home and seeing the the softball going on, and all of the other festivals going on, all the things that were happening. Big golf tournament over here, I noticed. This town was full. This county was full of people having fun, which is exactly what you want to have during the summer, especially now completely out of the COVID restrictions, and people can just enjoy themselves. And Yeah, that's great. It's a busy weekend. I heard your story on the softball. Had some good games, and some of the local teams did well. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it looks like everything's going well here. I think I'll maybe go to Australia and
Really? Okay.
do a report from there.
Well, the place is still standing.
Yeah.
That was our goal when you left. We're like, okay, our goal is when Dave gets back, it at least is still standing.
It's standing.
And we did do that.
It looks good.
So-
It looks good. I think everything looks like it's running pretty well. I'll just consider another trip, I guess.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind going to Australia sometime. Always
That would
wanted to
kinda
go
be
there.
fun.
But I don't know if I want to do another long flight for a while.
How long was your flight?
Well, you come from the Shannon Airport and you fly to London on this particular route.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird because that's about an hour flight, a little short flight to London. And then you hop in London, you go back over Ireland on the way back, which,
Oh, really?
which
Okay.
but that second leg is about 9 hours.
Yeah. Now you went from London to where did that come straight to Denver?
Yeah,
Or-
to Denver.
okay.
Yeah. And 9 hours even, and we had great seats. The two of us were together, and it was a big plane, so we had plenty of room, and you had movies and all that. But 9 hours sitting in one spot, that's just that's a little tough for everybody. A lot of people can sleep really good on planes. I'm so,
Yeah.
but we did get some shut eye. But it's about 24 hours from the time we left Ireland until we got home
Yeah.
Thursday night. And so whatever sleep you get, you grab in that 24-hour period of time. And it takes you a little while to get back on sleeping schedule because you're 6 hours ahead in Ireland. So if it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, it's like 7
Yeah.
o'clock there. So it takes a little while to adjust, but it was all worth it. The people in Ireland are the real magic of Ireland. I mean, it's a beautiful country. I mean, it's small little country. What is it, a little less the size of Nebraska, and they have just the most friendly people. And I think that's something we already knew. When people come through this area, they remember the bandstand. They remember, the Sargent Antiques and Callaway's hospitality and their beautiful community, and all of our communities, Ansley and Cano, whatever one's located here. But the main thing is the people.
Yeah.
If you get this feeling that they're really like having you around and they're super friendly people and they're helpful, that's probably the biggest key. So we know that. We just need to remind ourselves of that once in a while here. When people are coming through, what they're looking for is a friendly face and hand, and you certainly get that in Ireland. Of course, tourism is huge there, so they also know that's part of their economy.
Yeah.
But it's also very ag-oriented there. Lots of cattle and lots of sheep and
Yeah.
dairy and beautiful green pastures to put them on. So, but it's all about people, really. It's just like the interview we did with Michael O'Hare at his Celtic shop. We just, started talking, and the next thing you know, we have all these stories we're sharing. And next time we go in, he remembers our name, and that's just what you're looking for when you're traveling is
Yeah.
that comfort zone. And we met other people just like that. We met several people who gave us their phone number in case, we talked to them a little while. Here's my phone number in case you need something or
Really?
need a hand. Here's my number. Put it in your phone. And we did. We did that 3 times.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
neat.
So they know how to, be good hosts.
Yeah.
So I think that's what you come away from on a vacation is really the people you met and how you were treated. So that's something we think about here a lot. We talk a lot about our tourism here, and certainly not as big as Ireland, but there's a lot of people coming up the highway from here and there to go to the Black Hills and different places, or even come and spend time here.
Yep.
So pretty cool.
So you talked about the time difference. What was the more difficult adjustment? The adjustment when you got to Ireland or the adjustment when you came home?
Oh, geez, I don't know. This is kind of two different things. You're a little bit apprehensive when you get to Ireland as far as getting everything arranged and is your flight's going to go through and I just hate airports.
I can't remember. Boy, the last time I flew would have been like 2014 or something. I'd admit would have been way before that. Because I think last time I flew, I was in Arkansas. That would have been like pre-2007.
Yeah.
So
before 9/11.
Yeah, well, after 9/11, but definitely not since COVID.
Oh,
And I don't know if that has changed, if that has still changed some things at the airport or not.
no, well, we were lucky because the U.S. lifted their requirements for testing while we were there. So we got a message on the phone while our relatives were in the pharmacy picking up a test kit because they were going to go back before we did. And so I ran into the pharmacy to tell them you don't have to get the kit because there was nothing about COVID really. I mean, honestly, Brent and listeners out there, when you go to the airports, about 2% of the people are wearing masks, and they have all these social distancing signs that are being ignored. And they have the sanitizers where you wash your hands. Nobody's using those.
Sure, yeah.
It's back as far as COVID goes, unless we have a turnaround. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But London's customs is a real drag.
Oh, really?
I mean, they're a little bit rude to start with. The people who, help you get through and get through the metal detector and all that sort of thing. But the line was forever. And, if you forgot to maybe take out a tube of toothpaste, then you were in big trouble because all of these liquids are, 11 millimeters or something. You can't have more than that in your luggage.
Really?
Yeah. So people were forgetting that, and they were kind of giving speeches about this line is going slow because you folks are not taking your liquids out before you get here, and it was a hassle, but it was well worth it.
Yeah.
But
well, good.
Traveling is different. When the first time we went to Ireland, that was previous 9/11. You went through customs and off you went. It wasn't a big deal. They went through it was different then. They opened up your luggage and went through it, looked at it, closed it up, sent you on your way. Now you have all the 9/11, your shoes off, your belt off. Sometimes you're afraid they're going to tell you to take your pants off.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then for some reason they randomly select you and take you over and run this scanner on you and feel your ankles. And
Yeah.
It's one of those things. You have a right to fly.
Yeah.
Okay, you have this gift of flying and traveling that way, but you have to abide by their rules because of safety. And
Yeah.
they haven't had any incidences really since they've installed all that procedure.
Yeah.
But it's a real pain in the neck.
Yeah.
But that's really the only downside of traveling, I think. What's the question for today?
Well, let's see. For the game, we've just been asking some general knowledge questions for June trivia. And this one has to do with a television show. The late Frank Cady passed away in June of 2012, and he was best known for playing a relatively stable storekeeper named Sam Drucker in a nutty little town you might remember called Hooterville.
Hooterville.
In three separate sitcoms, actually, in the 1960s. In which of these programs did that actor not appear? Okay? So he played Sam Drucker in Hooterville in three separate shows. We're going to give you a list of four. You tell us which one he was not in. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Here's your choices: Petticoat Junction, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., or Green Acres. Which of those shows did Frank Cady, who played Sam Drucker, not appear in? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's spoken weekly, well, probably daily, from newcomers to Broken Bow. Wow, look at all the cars around that place, the Tumbleweed Cafe. Visitors wonder why, and locals know why. The delicious home-cooked meals of the Tumbleweed Cafe are absolutely amazing. Looking for a fun part-time job? They're hiring. The Tumbleweed Cafe, open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
All right, we have a caller on the line. We didn't get a chance to preview who we're talking to, so let's find out who's on the phone.
Well, it's David.
David,
Yay.
How are you?
How are you guys?
We're
What's
good.
going on today?
Oh, we're just kind of laying back here and getting ready for some guests to come in. What's your day like?
Oh, just doing a whole bunch of dirt work. And welcome back, by the way, David.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's see if we can get you a meal at the Tumbleweed. Who wouldn't want that, right?
Well, of course.
Okay, the late Frank Cady passed away in June 2012, and he was best known for playing storekeeper Sam Drucker from a nutty little town called Hooterville in 3 separate sitcoms in the 1960s. We want to know which of these shows he was not in. Was it Petticoat Junction, Beverly Hillbillies, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., or Green Acres?
Beverly Hillbillies.
No.
Oh, darn
no,
it.
he was in, he made an appearance on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Well, how's
At-
David going to
Oh,
know that?
Okay.
Those cameos will get you every time. Oh, no, guys. That's great. It's okay. I don't mind being a loser occasionally. You know what I mean? It keeps
Okay.
me humble.
That's
All right. Well, David, thank you very much for calling. The answer, by the way, was it was the man. He was not in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh,
And I should have known that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I should have known that.
Yeah, he was in Petticoat Junction, the Beverly Hillbillies, and probably the one he was best known for, I think, was Green Acres
yeah.
in Hooterville.
Yes, of course. I
Yeah.
still watch Green Acres occasionally.
Do you now?
It's
All
a-
right.
Oh, of course. Yep. All right, great. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, David. All right, 7:47 is our time. Let's talk a little bit about the Tumbleweed Cafe. The ad that just played is absolutely spot on. If you drive down the highway, sometimes you have to take a second look. You're going, how can they get all those people in the cafe?
Yes.
It's surrounded by cars, and the reason being is that good home-cooked food and the folks who serve you, and also one of the things that maybe we should highlight more, Carmen and the crew and the whole family are such supporters of the community. You'll see them at all the baseball games, taking care of those sorts of things with the Legion program. They just when somebody needs a hand, Carmen and the crew is ready to help, and I think people appreciate that. But they also appreciate that good food at the Tumbleweed, and they're ready to go for you. And of course, you can have breakfast anytime. That's always nice. If you maybe in the afternoon you think, you know what, ham and eggs doesn't sound too bad. They can do that for you. Buffet on Sunday is huge. I don't know how they do that every Sunday, but they do. And all that good food for folks who want to stop in, not have to cook their own meal on Sunday. So, yeah, they're there for you 7 days a week. Now, I think their hours are a little shorter than they used to be due to, like everyone else, looking for a full crew. But they get it done at the
do.
Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, East Highway 2. So I did hear that you were having trouble behaving yourself in this chair. I heard that you were a little aggressive for some reason.
Well, you know what? I felt like I kind of got back to who Brent Apperson really is as the time went along. But I got to be honest, the first week that you were gone, it was, I don't know what it was. I found myself picking on Jeremy. I would pick on Christy, but I even do that over in this chair. But so yeah, it was. I would just go along, and then all of a sudden, it's like the aura of Dave, orneriness would just take me over by sitting in that chair. I don't know what it was.
It must have wore off of the chair after a while, and you took over.
Yeah, I kind of
nice
felt.
guy.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the real Brent Apperson came through. I was really nice to Christy yesterday. Played some music she wanted to play, and
That's what my wife said. I think that's crazy. Just to be honest about it.
she really wanted to take advantage of you being gone one more day, so she started requesting music, and I played it.
Do you realize that every day we have for 1 hour after the breakfast show Awesome 80s?
Yes. Well, you had about an hour and a half of it yesterday.
We'll take a time out. When we come back, Logan is here. Stay tuned.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the month of June is one more good reason. Palmer Monuments After Memorial Day Sale. Go and see Palmer Monument today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off their already reduced prices. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs, and they'll save you money too. During the After Memorial Day sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow and Lexington.
You're invited to Faith Family Freedom Revival, July 3rd through the 5th in Burwell. This event will have fun, food, and fellowship for the whole family. Sunday's guest is Ron Brown, and Monday's events include Dino Karnsanakis and Daniel King. Tuesday wraps up with Daniel King visiting again. This 3-day event includes message, worship, lunch, and kids camp. For more information, contact Pastor Serene at 308-214-1636 or Pastor Joel at 402-340-3370. Faith Family Freedom Revival in Burwell, July 3rd to the 5th.
Need gear for the softball and baseball diamond? Geared for Sports and Broken Bow has all kinds of equipment and shoes for the season. What Scott doesn't have in store, he can try to find for you. Geared for Sports has competitive pricing, so there's no need to go out of town or search the web. Find it right on the square in Broken Bow. There's a reason it's called Geared for Sports. They're prepared to gear you up for whatever sport you play. Visit them soon in Broken Bow. Geared for Sports.
And Logan Girardin is here from Arrow Seed in Broken Bow. Logan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good to have you in the studio.
Yeah.
Thinking about Arrow Seed every once in a while when I drive by, and I always think, you know, Arrow Seed was here several years before there was even a radio station here, because the station went on in 49, and Arrow Seed was operating well before that. There's so much history in Arrow Seed of the seed business and serving customers. It's really outstanding.
It is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
And I saw a first yesterday driving in front of our buildings. So it was a lamb driving a sports car.
Oh,
A lamb.
Yeah, in a swimsuit.
wait a minute.
Yikes.
A lamb driving a car in front of Arrow Seed in a swimsuit?
Yeah, and it was an exotic sports car.
But,
Yeah, it was
an
a-
exotic one.
It was a lamb bikini.
Well,
So it- in
Welcome
all-
back, Dave.
I was going to say, good to be back.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
Jokes, Logan.
yeah. I bet Dave's over there thinking, I wish I didn't come to
No,
work.
no. I don't know where you come up with these, but people enjoy them. So what's summertime mean for Arrow Seed? What's up?
Well, one thing I do want to convey is at Arrow Seed, we can actually open locked doors just by talking to them. You know, most people don't know that, but communication is key.
No. Yes, it is. I've been told that.
And along those lines, we will be closed on Saturday for the 4th of July weekend. So we'll be closed on Saturday. I believe that's the 2nd.
Okay.
All right.
And closed on Monday the 4th.
Yes.
Okay.
But we will be open on Tuesday, the 5th.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yes.
Closed.
Yep.
Open on Tuesday.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's the biggest communication I want to get out there.
All right.
So everybody else can open locked doors as well just by talking.
It is key.
It is. Communication is key.
Thank you, Logan. So how's the grilling going? I know you got some things there to help people grill.
It's going pretty good. Tomorrow you probably won't need a grill. You could just set whatever outside and cook it all day.
True.
It's gonna be a hot one tomorrow, but that doesn't mean you can't come in and shop some of our hot deals. We've got our smokers still on sale. Those are $100 off.
$100 off your smokers.
$100 off our smokers.
Nice.
So we've got the propane smoker, which is actually pretty awesome because you can take it anywhere. It doesn't need electricity at all. So you can throw it in the back of the truck when you go camping. Maybe you're going to go off grid for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it in there and have some awesome smoked meat treats. Or if you don't want the propane, you can get the electric smoker. That's just a plug-in digital electric smoker. But they're both $100 off.
Okay, time to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And in this day and age, $100 is $100.
That is a full tank of gas in most rigs these days. So
It is.
we need to save money elsewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Plus the fact that you can smoke up a whole bunch of good things, and when you smoke things, they last a long time. So.
Exactly. You know, and what I've done is I'll do a batch of stuff and then actually vacuum pack it and freeze it, and then just thaw it out, you know, if you want to snack, or if we're going on a road trip, you know, so be it. We'll get it out of the freezer and have some munchies on the way.
Good, have a little back log there so you don't ever run out, right?
It is, but sometimes it's tasty enough that, oh, this will last, you know, this will last for quite a while, and it doesn't usually. Doesn't take long and it's gone.
I got to ask you a question. Was there a picture on social media of you with a duck?
There might have been.
What was that all about?
It was actually a couple of ducks.
2 ducks?
Yeah, they were wandering around Arrow Seed on Saturday.
Live domestic ducks?
Yeah. Yep. I named the one Quacky Chan. He was kind of feisty. And then Susie was the other one. I think it was a pair.
And did you find the owners?
No, but I do know that they got picked up.
Okay, good.
So
The ducks found a home.
they did. They tried coming in to the store and buying stuff, but didn't have any money, so they put it on their bill.
You're red hot
But
today.
that
Wow.
wasn't going to drive. They tried to fly out of there, and it just didn't work. So I caught them.
Well, I'm glad you caught them and got them corrected and on their way.
Yep.
Okay.
So they were a handful,
Okay.
but we got it figured out.
All right. So anything else today you wanted to discuss besides your schedule and the grills, the smokers?
Yes, it is time to put on grub control on your lawns.
Oh. Well, we need to make sure our lawns get all the help they can get this year.
Yes, very much so. My lawn does not look good right now.
Ours is struggling. Everybody's is.
It's-
Everybody's is. Yeah.
I actually got hit with a blight
Oh, no.
in my yard, which I've never had that happen before, and it showed up, and I actually sent some pictures to Backyard Farmer, and it's Aspeteria, or I forget what the actual name of it was, but it's a blight that basically kills the grass blades from the top down. It'll grow out of it, but it just looks really
Yeah.
it looks really rough for a while.
Good news is it's not in the root system.
No,
yeah.
it's just cosmetic.
Yeah.
But it, being the lawn guy in the neighborhood doesn't
Yeah, we
doesn't
got you.
look too good for me.
We got you. But Mother Nature throws all kinds of curves, and with the lawns this year, they're so stressed, and you just can't seem to, get a little water on them, looks good for a day, and then back to what they looked like before, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So back to the grub control.
Mm-hmm.
So out of our 5-step program, probably the most important steps would be the first one, which is the pre-emergent that takes care of crabgrass and grassy weeds. And then this third step, which is the grub control. So if you've got grub damage and you can roll your grass back like a carpet, that's not good. That is, they can do a lot of damage in a hurry.
Yeah.
And if you have a real bad grub infestation, it can bring in other critters that are going to start digging in your yard because they're like, hey, it's a free buffet over here. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to eat all these grubs I can find, and they're easily accessible because I can just peel this back like a carpet. I can get all the grubs, and then I'll just leave it a mess.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Leave tracks underground, and yeah.
So take care of those grubs now.
Okay.
The product we've got does have fertilizer in it as well. So it feeds your grass and kills your grubs.
Okay.
So it doesn't feed the grubs and kill the grass. That wouldn't be good.
That would not be.
So,
All right. You're hot today on the thoughts from your side of the table there. Thank you very much.
Ooh, that'd be a good name for a show. Thoughts
What's-
from your side of the table.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Maybe a podcast
there you yeah.
featuring Logan Girardin.
Yeah.
Thoughts from my side of the table.
You know,
Think about it, Logan. It might work.
I could. The only podcast I usually do is when I pick peas out of my garden. But we do have good selection of garden seed still too.
Okay, for replanting.
For replanting, there's been a fair amount of that.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Blight is a big one now on tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers, and it's just that time of year where everything annoying and bad hits at the same time.
Yep, trying to get over the hump to where it's going to start going the other way, but there's some critical things we need to do, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And right now is the time to do so.
All right, stop into AeroSeed, talk to Logan or anybody at the crew there. They'll help you out. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Good to see you again.
You too. We missed you.
Yeah, well, I missed you, Logan. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPVN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has just learned we'll hear from former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson at today's surprise public hearing on the Capitol attack. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
Hutchinson's testimony could reveal if her former boss or President Trump played a role in the alleged campaign to pressure then Vice President Mike Pence, the Justice Department, and local election officials to help overturn the 2020 election.
Mexico's foreign minister says 50 migrants died in the back of a hot airless semi-truck discovered in San Antonio. Police Chief William McManus.
3 people in custody. We don't know if they are absolutely connected to this or not.
KCTV reporter Taylor Johnson on the Amtrak train that slammed into a pickup truck in Missouri, killing 3 people.
Officials believe that crash happened at an uncontrolled railroad crossing, which means that the only warning that drivers had were a stop sign and a railroad crossing sign.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. Valen Bateman, age 36, of Hastings, was sentenced in federal court for possession with intent to distribute 50 grams or more of methamphetamine. According to acting United States Attorney Stephen Russell, on June 24th, Bateman was sentenced to 66 months in prison. There is no parole in the federal system. After her release from prison, she will begin a 5-year term of supervised release. On September 28, 2020, law enforcement was serving a federal arrest warrant for John Wazinski at a residence in Grand Island. Following his indictment for distributing methamphetamine, Wazinski was arrested and Bateman was also there. Bateman had an active warrant out on Howard County and was arrested. She admitted to having marijuana in her nearby backpack. A search of her backpack revealed 80 grams of methamphetamine and a scale and 13 grams of marijuana. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSaker.
The Yankees scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th to beat Oakland 9-5. Toronto a 7-2 winner against Boston, ending the Red Sox 7-game winning streak. Minnesota's first place in the AL Central, now 3 games over the Guardians. Cleveland's lost 5 straight. Minnesota a winner at Cleveland tonight, 11-1. St. Louis down Miami 9-0. Colorado shut out the Dodgers 4-0, beating Tyler Anderson, who had been 8-0 this season. The Angels came back to down the White Sox 4-3. Baltimore won the late game 9-2 at Seattle as the Orioles hit 5 home runs. The big news before the 2 late games tonight that the Angels, after the brawl with Seattle yesterday, received a bundle of suspensions, 9 of them led by manager Phil Nevin, who started a 10-game suspension tonight. In the NBA, Nets guard Kyrie Irving is staying in Brooklyn, opting into his player option, and John Wall will secure a buyout with Houston and become an unrestricted free agent.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Plenty of sunshine in store for today, with highs working up into the lower 90s. Lower winds out of the south and southwest at 5 to 15. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 64. Heating up on your Wednesday to the upper 90s for high temperatures, with sunny and dry weather conditions. Winds becoming gusty from the south, increasing to 15 to 25. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Was your business hurt in the years of the pandemic? Have you had a decline in revenue since 2019? Was your business partly or fully shut down by the government? If you answered yes to any of these questions and have 5 employees or more, you may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. How? By taking advantage of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a fully funded tax credit created to help businesses during these difficult times. The experts at Benchmark Human Capital are ready to help you get the money you are owed. The pre-qualification is absolutely free. Even if you got PPP money, this is more money that may be owed to you. Repayment is not necessary. The money is all yours. The IRS writes you a check. That's right, a check. Get your free pre-qualification now if you have 5 employees or more. Call 800-535-ERTC. Take advantage of this tax credit while funds remain available. Call Benchmark Human Capital today at 800-535-ERTC and claim what is rightfully yours. That's 800-535-ERTC, 800-535-3782.
Currently 62 under a clear sky. Winds are southwest 5 and 6 miles per hour. Barometric pressure continues to rise at 3019. Humidity at 71%. High yesterday was 85 with an overnight low of 54. 2 inches and 1,500 precipitation measured all this month. 62 under a clear sky. That's a look at weather and news at 8. Our next guest, Mr. Denson from Team Physical Therapy. How you doing?
Really good.
Good.
How
You
about
mind
you?
if I call you Mr.?
Sure.
Okay. Jeff, all right too?
Yes.
Okay. Mr.
can
Baseball,
call me
does that
anything.
work for you?
No, I don't know from that, but
Okay.
Where do you find your energy? Can I ask you that?
coffee.
Oh.
Probably more than anything.
Because I'll show up to whenever we broadcast a game. Of course, for those of you who don't know, Jeff is very heavily involved in the American Legion baseball program. And whenever we broadcast a game, I'll go up early and get things set up for our broadcast. And you are out there, man, working on the field. And I mean, you're moving.
Yeah.
Just constantly, just moving.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. So
That's good.
why.
That's good.
Yeah.
He was the same way in the batter's box when he
Yeah,
played.
Was he?
all over
Yeah.
the place.
he was ready to go, man.
I never hit much, but I sure did.
I always
Boy.
enjoyed watching Jeff in the batter's box. Nobody was more excited about being there than Denson.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Jeff was intense when it was time to step into the box, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been a few years ago.
That's been a while back.
Yeah.
But good memories.
Absolutely.
All right, want to do some business? Let's talk a little bit.
Yeah,
about
let's
what's
do.
going-
Yeah. We would like to announce the addition of Kyle Lowry this morning to our office in Kearney. A new physical therapist, just graduated from the Med Center, Kearney campus. Did a clinical with us in Kearney, and then decided to take a job with us, and we finally got everything done, and he's ready to start this morning. So that's allowed us to move Derek Lanuski up to Broken Bow, which happened full-time here 2 weeks ago. So expanding our staff a little bit, and excited for that.
That's good news, and that says something about how you operate, Jeff, because you're getting some hires, you're getting some new people, some people that you met through some internships and so forth.
Yep.
That shows that you're doing things right because they want to come to work for you.
Yeah, and it's a perfect scenario when they do an internship, and we usually have about 10 students a year through Nathan Scott, I, and Richard Still, and it's a 6-week interview, 8-week interview. It works out well. They're interviewing us, and we're interviewing them, so it works very well.
And it works for your clients, your people who need help. You get more and more good people with you. So congratulations.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be, he's just an overall well-rounded therapist who has some experience. He had worked as a chemist before and then went back to physical therapy school. So chemist turned PT, not very common, but.
No, it's usually probably the other way around.
Yes.
It happens that way. Yeah.
So it's exciting. So he's really excited to get started and build a practice in Kearney. So
fantastic.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
And they're busy and needing help, so it's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
The other announcement, again, we had talked a little bit about last time, was Angel Care Home Health. It's an agency out of Kearney and Grand Island. They're now covering Custer County, and we have are going to help provide services for them for physical therapy, And then we've partnered with Chesney Everly and Hannah Parsons to do speech and occupational therapy on that same realm. We haven't started any referrals to this point. We're kind of working on getting training done and things with therapists, and but it's going to happen really soon. So we're excited about that. It really expands the home health in this area. It's a larger company that knows what they're doing in the home health industry. I've actually worked getting training stuff done out of Texas, so it's a pretty large company nationwide that's going to be moving into the area. And are already serving some patients currently, but we'll be taking over the rehab services for that aspect, and it's something that I think has been needed for the last 15 years of good, solid rehab services in a home health setting. So,
yeah, and it kind of complements some of the other services that are available out there for in-home care.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
that's great, and basically just a bigger blanket of coverage there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it allows people to, if they go have a surgery, aren't doing great and really aren't able to get in and out of their house like they want to, it allows them to stay in that good realm with good quality nursing, and obviously we think our rehab services coming in and out of the house. So,
Jeff, can I ask you a question about that? If somebody out there is listening and they know a knee replacement or a hip replacement is coming, I know you've talked before about getting ready physically, trying to strengthen yourself before you actually have the surgery. You also, with this great staff you have and all this expansion and services offered, are you able to maybe go into somebody's house before they have the surgery and take a look and say, you know, these stairs will work, these will not?
Absolutely. Yeah, we like to do a little in-home training for sure. It's whenever you go into a home, you want to make sure that you clear like clutter and people have carpets sitting around and just different things of that nature. And then occupational therapy wise, and us also, we like to make sure they modify the bathroom so that it's able to use, make sure they have the proper equipment, that they're, if they need a riser on the toilet seat or bath chair or any of that nature, and then suggest maybe even handrails, just so you can stay in your home longer. Is a service that we absolutely would provide.
Well, that makes sense. If you're going to be having that surgery and you need that handrail, that's going to come in handy 10 years down the road.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And it's just a great idea to get ideas from, and Chesney does a great job with that too, and most of our therapists are well trained in that aspect.
Fantastic.
To help you out. So,
all good news.
Yes.
Now,
really exciting.
Did you guys want to talk a little baseball real quick here? I know that there's lots of games this week.
Yes.
Tonight, tomorrow night.
Absolutely. So tonight we play McCook at 5:30. Juniors and seniors doubleheader. Tomorrow night we're going to play Holdridge. We're going to finish up a rain out, so we'll have 2 innings left on a game that got rained out in Holdridge, and then we're going to play another 7-inning game seniors after that. And tomorrow is going to be senior night, so we're going to recognize all the seniors in high school tomorrow night at the field. That we have 6 of them that will be recognized. We're hoping 4 of them have the ability to come back after their freshman year of college, and we're going to start begging for that because it'll make them pretty good. So come out and recognize those seniors with us. We're really excited. It's always just a different time of year for parents in that aspect. It's tough. So, and then Thursday we play an Ogallala doubleheader starting at 4:30. We'll play the juniors game and then seniors game to follow. And Ogallala's got a really good senior squad that will be worth the price of admittance. And then McCook, we're looking forward to that game. Holdridge has also got a pretty good senior squad that we're currently in the 6th inning of a 3-1 ball game with them. So we'll restart that. And
are you leading?
We're leading 3-1.
Oh boy,
yes. So yeah, we got to finish that one up. And then we're really winding down. Head to the postseason next week. We'll have a game in Hershey on the weekend, and then come back and go to Ord on Tuesday. We kind of reignited that little rivalry that hasn't been played since I've been involved, and we're excited to go back over there and see what they've got for a squad this year. And then we start next Friday in Holdridge for juniors area. So we're excited about that.
Unbelievable, but you've had some good games. One of the things I think I wanted to maybe discuss real quick, baseball is a game where you don't win every game. Going undefeated or having better than a 50-50 record in baseball is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I know that you have a lot of good athletes and kids who love baseball, but they get taken away for camps and different things.
Absolutely.
And sometimes when you play a game, people listening to the results may not realize that maybe two of your pitchers were gone. You've had some of that, I think.
Yeah. We had a really interesting weekend out in Alliance. A really good tournament with some very talented teams. We played the first game and beat York and used up 3 pitchers. Had no idea it was. We came back and won it 14-12. Then the next game we started off pitching and we only had 2 pitchers available, and things got a little ugly for us. And so we ended up losing to a team that's not probably our caliber, 16-2. And then we came back the next day. Everybody came back alive, and we beat a Torrington, Wyoming team, and then just barely lost to an Alliance team, which is really good. And then the next morning, we had 2 kids, Sawyer Bumgarner and Tate Thornton, came out that morning to join us because they'd been busy. And we put on an offensive show and beat a Class A, probably state qualifier, Westco, which is Scotts Bluff, by 8 runs, and just hit baseballs really hard. So it's really weird that you would beat Westco by 8 runs and then lose to a Sydney team by 14 in the same weekend. But that's what happens with pitching, and we only had 10 kids there on Saturday or on Friday, and we're normally going to roster 15, so it was 5 kids gone, and it makes a big difference in pitching. So
it does.
But for us, seniors wise, if we have everybody there, we're pretty deep, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, you'll have everybody there when it comes tournament time.
Oh yeah, it'll be everybody will be there, and we'll be loaded with pitching. So we're excited about it. It's and our juniors are really excited about. I go to the seating meeting on Thursday night, so we're excited about seeing where we start off there and really get after that tournament. We hope so.
We're excited about it. I know Brent really appreciates you. Always keep him updated as to what games are coming up, changes, and then of course tournaments. We're excited about having the state tournament here and calling it right here in Paul Brown Field.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's and we're going to be looking for. I'm going to have some meetings starting next week about the state tournament, and we'll be looking for volunteers. So if you want to help out with field or come up and help out concessions or even up in the press box with anything, we'll be looking for volunteers to kind of make sure not everybody has to work, because we play 4 games on Saturday and 4 games on Sunday, and come up and help out for a couple hours. If you're interested in it, just get a hold of me.
All right.
And we'd love to have a lot of people at the field helping, making sure it runs off pretty smooth. Plus, there could be a little traffic with the parade going on at the same time when we're on our first day. So
it's going to be busy.
It'd be really busy. It's going to be great for the area.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a timeout and talk to our next guest, I believe.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere, because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
Save on these items and more through June at Barney Health Mart. Battle allergies with Health Mart Allergy Relief 30-count tablets for $9.99. Children's all-day allergy is $7.99. 24-hour allergy relief nasal sprays are $19.99. For pain relief, 200 milligram ibuprofen 100 counts are $6.99. Proud to be your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Summer is finally here. Bruning Bank can help with your summer travel and fun with our new My Card feature on our Bruning Bank app. Are you budgeting for your summer activities? Easily track your recent debit card transactions. Are you traveling for vacation? Simply plug in your destinations to make spending money wherever you are easy and convenient. Misplaced your debit card? Shut your card off with the flip of a switch. No matter where the summer takes you, Burning Bank is always here. Download our Burning Bank app today and check out the My Card feature. Burning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith of the Palmer Monument Company. You already know about the advantages of pre-selecting your family memorial. Now there's yet another good reason to come and see us today. For the entire month of June, with a coupon from the newspaper, you'll receive additional savings off our already sale prices. We'll assist you in selecting the stone, the inscription, and the artwork, and we'll save you money too. Come see us during the After Memorial Day sale at the Palmer Monument Company in Broken Bow and Lexington.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
8:21, and we expect a call in from Mark Stock this morning. And the line is lit, but evidently that is not Mark, so we'll hope we'll get hooked up with him in just a little bit. In the meantime, that gives us a moment or two to talk about things like the Broken Bow Lions Club and Nebraska Owners Insurance and more.
Yes. Broken Bow Lions Club, of course, they have their Kaboomers fireworks stand going on. They're located in the Pleasure Lanes parking lot here in Broken Bow. Jeremy went over and visited with Dawn and the crew about all of the great fireworks that they have for sale at the Broken Bow Lions Club Kaboomers fireworks stand. They are open now through July 4th. Check out your Kaboomers flyer, which has tons of coupons. Bring them in for savings. They've got fireworks for all ages, the big booms for the big kids to the sparklers and snappers for the little ones. They're open 10 to 10 every day through July 4th. Shop for your favorites before you miss out. So we encourage you to get there early rather than late to get what you want. And a reminder that 20% of the profits raised from the fireworks stand being hosted by the Broken Bow Lions Club will go back to the Broken Bow Fire Department to help put on that wonderful display that we all enjoy at Melham Park every 4th of July. So check it out, Broken Bow Lions Club with their Kaboomers fireworks stand. Open now at the Pleasure Lanes parking lot in Broken Bow.
And while we have a moment, we'd like to send out some birthday wishes to Cheryl Bowles, is celebrating a birthday today.
Nice. Happy birthday, Cheryl.
She may be listening. She's still very young. Megan Swoboda is celebrating a birthday today. You're head of the library and good friend of KCNI KBBN. Happy birthday, Megan. Also, happy birthday to Connie Laws and Chris Varney celebrating a birthday today. And Ashley Rotherham celebrating a birthday. Here locally, you're celebrating with Elon Musk.
Oh, really?
Yes, the richest man in the world.
Okay.
John Cusack is 56 today. Mel Brooks is 96 today.
Wow.
John Elway is 62. And country singer Kelly Pickler is 36 today. So you're celebrating birthdays with those celebrities. Have you seen Liana and Chip lately?
No, I don't think I have.
I ran into Chip a while back.
Yeah.
And he's doing well. He's celebrating quite a few birthdays lately.
Is he now?
Yeah. We have Mark Stock on line 1.
Well, good.
So we're just going to push a button or two and say good morning live to Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. Mark, how you doing?
Hey, guys, I'm doing fantastic. You know, this is really nice weather the last couple of days. Get them low humidities, low dew points. This feels good, but it's tough on the corn.
Yes, it is. And also, we're going to warm up later this week, so we'll get the corn going and get a little tough on us, I assume.
That's right. Well, but the best part about it is if you're if you're looking to buy some stuff on an auction, you can do some inspections and look at some of the equipment that we're selling tomorrow. Before I get to tomorrow's sale, I do want to remind all your listeners that we've got some land selling today in Cheyenne County, Kansas. So if you've got some ties to the St. Francis, Kansas area, now would be a great time to look at BigIron.com and see the 4 different tracts that are selling a little over 500 acres altogether. Some of the best producing soils in the St. Francis, Kansas area are being sold today on BigIron.com. And one thing we've noticed, a lot of these companies are starting to charge buyer's fees even when you're selling land. We don't do that. So you don't have to add and start calculating how much extra you have to pay. So go to BigIron.com, folks. It's an absolute auction, sells with no reserve, and it'll have a new owner this afternoon at 11 o'clock when it's scheduled to close unless it goes into an extension or bidding overtime, which they usually always do. And then everybody battles out to see who's going to win this quality farmland. Then we got some livestock selling this afternoon, and we're featuring some longhorn bulls and longhorn cow-calf pairs. So if you've always wanted to have a longhorn standing along the side of the road with your fence so everybody would stop and hit the brakes and take a picture, now is the time, because these things got horns that are about 5.5, 6 feet wide, and something special. These animals are located by Polk, Nebraska, for the Karlstrom cattle family, but look at the longhorn selling today. Now, tomorrow, folks, we got a bunch of retirement sales, and they're scattered all across. Dean and Lois Rager, they're retiring. They're from Inman, Kansas. They've got a lot of equipment selling, including a 1982 Ford 8000 cab-over single-axle grain truck. They've got a 1982 John Deere 4840 tractor that's extra nice, getting a lot of attention. They also have a hard-to-find 6-row 30 planter. It's a John Deere 7200 series pull-type series. They're by Inman, Kansas, folks, and they have their sale tomorrow on Big Iron. In fact, there's over 2,890 items selling from a lot of different sellers. But we've got a big sale in Tell City, Indiana. And why do I mention that here in Broken Bow, Nebraska? Well, this guy is an estate. Merle D. Schwartz passed away, and he's got 20 Alice Chalmers tractors, from the four-wheel drive 4W305s and a 4W220, which is very, very rare, to the Alice Chalmers 440 Steiger, which is extremely rare. He's got an Alice Chalmers 8550 and Alice Chalmers 8070 mechanical front tractor. He's got 210 and 220 two-wheel drive tractors. Plus, he's got some of the older series, the 190 XT Series 3, the 180. He's got some of the older Alice as well, the WDs and such like that. But check out those Alice tractor collection if you're interested. And if you're a Gleaner fan, he's also got a A76 four-wheel drive combine that's selling in Tell City, Indiana. Just a great opportunity to have a road trip. And remember where you got a collector tractor if you want to put it in your collection. Now in South Dakota, we got the Neil Fanning retirement sale, and they've got some really nice equipment as well, including a silencer hydraulic squeeze chute, a 1979 John Deere 4440. They've got a John Deere 6110 and a 7410 mechanical front tractor. Both of these have loaders. And they got a John Deere 650 compact tractor, just the perfect thing around at acreage with a loader. They also have a 2008 Wilson 24-foot aluminum gooseneck livestock trailer that's selling on that particular sale. The Robert Roth estate is in Strasburg, Colorado. The one item they have that I'm going to mention here is a 1971 John Deere 4000 tractor with a power shift. About 4,000 hours showing on this machine, and it looks legit. So if you folks know anything about the John Deere 4000, they're highly collectible, especially if they are a power shift. So this is selling for the Robert Schroth Estate in Strasburg, Colorado tomorrow. Now we've got a big sale in Kansas, in Mound City, Kansas for SJDN Family Farms. They got a 2005 Cat D6R XL dozer with a ripper. They got a 2007 International 7500 Series dump truck. They got a 1998 John Deere 9100 four-wheel drive tractors, plus a bunch of big tillage tools that machine pulled. They got a super sharp John Deere 210 78. It's a 2010 year model John Deere 7830 mechanical front tractor. They have a John Deere 333 skid steer that's got some load time. They got a Kinsey planter and a John Deere 9760 combine. And then, of course, we've got another sale. The sale that is for Timothy Sin is in Sabetha, Kansas. They've got a John Deere 9760 combine that you can check out. But I'm going to end a little closer to home here, folks, as I go to the Larry Ross retirement sale by Arnold, Nebraska. Henry Nuxell's been out there for several days. A few weeks back, they got 45 items selling. There's a Blue Jet pivot track closer selling. They've got a Berkeley portable water pump with an international power unit. They've got a Brent 774 grain cart that's selling. They've got a really nice H&S MS310 manure spreader that will be sold. They got a John Deere 9550 combine. It's a 2002 model. This machine has got about 2,186 hours on the separator. They also have a 2011 John Deere 606 CX corn head that will be selling. They've got a John Deere 8120 mechanical front tractor, a John Deere 3010. They also have a John Deere 4000. This is a 1972 model, and this is a Synchro. So check that tractor out as well. Those John Deere 4000s, highly sought-after tractors. There's a 1975 Ford F700 single-axle grain truck and a John Deere 7300 series 6-row 30 mounted planter that's really, really nice. So, folks, by Arnold, Nebraska, take a drive over there today. Check out the items. He's got a Westfield grain auger as well. He's got all kinds of rippers and rolling stock cutters and grain carts. He's also got a really nice grain drill. He's got a 1975 Dodge custom grain truck. It's a single axle. That's a tandem axle. Excuse me. They've got the Frontier 3-point blades and a Westendorf 400 bushel gravity wagon. So take a trip over to Arnold, Nebraska, or get a hold of Henry Nuxell, because all of this equipment sells tomorrow, June the 29th, on BigIron.com. If you need some irrigation pipe, they got some main line and some gated irrigation pipe as well that will sell on that particular sale. Once again, over 2,890 items that will sell on BigIron.com on the big sale tomorrow. And, of course, we got the 4th of July weekend going on, so we hope everybody enjoys that. But we do have a nice sale here coming up on July the 6th. Go check it all out on the Big Iron website.
All right, Mark, thanks so much. Always interesting to see what's on the block. Look forward to your report next time.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you later.
All right, take care. It's 8:32. Jeremy Shipe in the studio along with Brent Apperson, and Jeremy is going to take over the controls. We, every once in a while we get some tough jobs, Jeremy, that we're required to do on the breakfast show, and so thanks for filling in. We've got to go taste some rolls and coffee and have
Is that what you're doing?
Conversation with some folks, yeah, at Off-Broadway.
That does
Assisted
sound
living.
rough.
It's going to be hard.
But it's part of the job.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
follow
part of the
that
job.
up with tomorrow. We're going to have to taste test some cinnamon rolls tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Got that going on. Have you been informed about that?
My wife heard some scuttlebutt about it. Yeah, she
It's
heard.
almost like you planned on coming back right the day before we get to eat a ton of cinnamon rolls.
Well, I will just say it's an accident that I'm happy about.
I did say when you were gone, we did. I think we should kind of like do this maybe once a month. We kind of had our own drawing here at the radio station, and Jeremy and I drew who would go buy donuts on a Friday, and we drew Christy's name.
Oh, good.
You were
I
gone.
mean, that's nice.
We put even-sized pieces of paper in
Jeremy
a bag.
made sure
and
it
we
was legit.
Drew it out. I put everyone's name on it.
Well, might be fun if we drew sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever got the short stick.
Yeah, there you go.
But that kind of, would remind us going back to where you were a sailor and your ship sunk and you were on a little boat with your sailors and you had to decide, who you were going to eat.
Boy, that'd be terrible to draw the short stick on that deal.
I only put that together because I watched the Moby Dick movie on the way back from Ireland.
Oh, you did?
Where they
Oh.
had to do that. They had the short stick, and that's how they survived.
Well,
I would really like it if Christy got the short stick. I suppose we better go, huh?
I guess we better, yeah.
Okay.
We'll go get set up, and we'll visit with our friends at Off-Broadway coming up.
All right, looking forward to it. Stay with us, folks. Jeremy has a few things here he can tell you about and some music to play, and all the activities that are coming up. So,
okay.
I got another haircut while I was gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Don't you guys know that hair was made to grow?
Only
it does on
only
top.
so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it needs to be cut.
Okay. 8:35. Here's Boz Skaggs.
Are headed across town to Off Broadway. We have a remote broadcast at Off Broadway coming to you later on here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. So my name is Jeremy, and I'm hanging out in the studio with you until they are set up and ready to go at that mobile broadcast site. And I've got a few things to tell you about as we head that direction. First, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is proud to announce that they have hired someone for their Broken Bow office position, so be looking for that announcement coming up soon. They're excited to keep growing that office, and they now offer all insurance services in out of that office, including home, auto, farm, ranch, and commercial insurance that Tim Troxel has been doing for years. Now they've added crop insurance as well as life, health, and Medicare policies as well. So stop in and talk to him. Hours in Broken Bow are 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday. They are currently closed on Fridays. Callaway continues to offer all of the above, and you don't need to come to the office to visit with Chip or Liana. They're happy to come to your home or business to discuss any insurance needs you might have. Karen is in the office to help with questions, changes to your current insurance plan, and quoting as well. Lots of great things going on at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and whether you think you are underinsured or you think, well, maybe I could get some more insurance or pivot my insurance to make it cover what I have a little bit better, that's when you need to call Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. They're located in Callaway and Broken Bow to serve you. All right. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, everyone. We're going to keep rolling here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Some music from Van Morrison. There you go, Mr. Van Morrison. A live cut, as you can obviously tell there. That is Moon Dance here on KCNI KBBN Radio. Happy Tuesday again to you, everyone. We've got a remote broadcast coming up with our friends at Off Broadway in Broken Bow. So Brent and Dave have loaded up the car. They're taking some equipment across town, and we'll have that remote broadcast for you very, very soon. So make sure you stick around to listen in for that. I'm going to guess they're going to have quite a bit of fun telling you about what's going on at Off Broadway. At Off Broadway in person. Should be a lot of fun. Here back in the studio, I want to tell you about what they've got going on at Prairie Grounds, and you're running out of time to enjoy these June featured drinks. You only have a couple of days left in the month to go and try these out. They sound delicious. The Butter Brickle Frappe, butterscotch, caramel, and hazelnut in that one. Also the Campfire Mocha with mocha sauce and toasted marshmallow. The Java Jumbled Iced Coffee. This is a 24-hour cold brew with amaretto and Irish cream in it. Also, lots of different flavors of Italian soda that you can try, including blueberry, cherry, lime, orange, passion fruit, peach, raspberry, and strawberry. Or try the Dirty Tornado with spiced chai, mocha sauce, and a shot of espresso. All of that is going on at Prairie Grounds in Broken Bow. If you're driving on Highway 2, you will see it. If you're traveling east, it'll be on the left-hand side of the road. If you're traveling west, it'll be on the right-hand side of the road for you to see in Broken Bow. Let's see here. I was looking for my sheet of information. I don't see it. It might be, oh, yes, it's over here. Hold on. Okay, had to reach across over to Brent's area here because I want to tell you about a few things that are going on in the community the remainder of the week. Don't forget the Goodwill truck is expected to arrive at the Gary's Superfoods parking lot on South B Street in Broken Bow today, and it's going to be there until Friday or when they fill that truck up. So keep that in mind if you've got some donations that you need to drop off. It's usually a lot better of an option to drop those off early in the week, just in case there's a lot of donations coming towards the truck. You want to have a place to put your donations, and they ask that you don't stack them outside of the truck if it fills up to where you can't get your donations in. So do make those donations early in the week. That would be my suggestion. Also coming up later on this week on Thursday, if you don't want to make dinner Thursday night, if you're getting geared up for the 4th of July weekend and you just want to take a night to kick your feet up, you can go to the Custer County Salvation Army Burger Bash. It's happening at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow from 4 until 7 p.m. It supports projects that the Salvation Army does that we're very familiar with, including the Santa Cop program, the Back to School backpack giveaway, swimming lessons throughout the area, and more. So definitely go and check that out. The Custer County Salvation Army Burger Bash going on this Thursday from 4 until 7 o'clock. Here on The Breakfast Show, we've also got lots of information coming to you later on this week. 2 remote broadcasts on Thursday, one of them at Gateway Motors to see their new edition. That will be at 8:30. Then at 9 o'clock, we'll head to Sumner to learn about their festival going on this weekend. On Friday, 2 more remote broadcasts for you. A Breakfast Show remote in Myrna at 8:15, and then a Breakfast Show remote in Oconto to learn about fun days going on this weekend as well. So it's going to be busy. Tomorrow's going to be kind of our day off here at KCNI KBBN as far as going out and about. So we'll have a day in the studio with you then, and then we'll get right back on the road to close out the week. As I said, Brent and Dave are headed across town. We're going to have a remote broadcast from Off Broadway coming your direction soon enough later on here in the show. Until then, I'm just going to keep DJing some music for you here in the studio. Up next, it's one of my favorites from Fleetwood Mac. It's called Dreams. to want to go live to talk about Off-Broadway and all that they have going on. I know they've always got some great programs and things happening there. So they're making their way across town. They're setting up microphones and stuff to bring that broadcast to you here on The Breakfast Show. Back here in the studios, I thought it was a good opportunity to catch up with our news director, Grant. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeremy.
Oh, hold on. I'm out of practice here. I got to turn your microphone on. There you are.
Good morning.
Good morning. Lots of things going on in the community, and I
Yes.
know that you're working very hard to pass those stories along to everybody.
Mhm.
And right now, kind of the name of the game every year for the news director is just talking about those area celebrations that are going on.
Yeah, we got a bunch coming up this week into the weekend, and even one of them carries over into the week after July 4th, which is like really exciting. So I know we've got Myrna, Oconto, Comstock, Burwell's putting on something as well.
Yep.
Yeah, just like a bunch of stuff, and we'll be covering those kind of throughout the week and talking to various people and stuff. And I know
Cool.
you guys are going to be doing the same thing on the Breakfast Show, so it
Yeah.
should be a pretty cool week actually.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of remote broadcasts coming up later this week, and I know that you, despite having all of those celebrations to tell everyone about, you've been doing some great featured stories as well.
Sure,
I
yeah.
can say that I've really been enjoying those, and if you folks haven't checked out his feature story on the improvements at Paul Brown Field, definitely go and check that out. That was a really good story.
That was a fun one to do too. Yeah, it was like really cool to even wake up this morning and hear Jeff talking about Legion baseball and stuff, and actually having been there, and the reference to like how he is constantly buzzing around and like
Yeah.
making sure the field's in some kind of shape, whether there's a game going on or not, was like exactly my experience when I was out there trying to talk to him. It was almost like trying to pin him down.
Cool.
Because he was out there still improving the field. Yeah, that was it was a great story.
Well, I
Fun to
know
do.
when celebrations and things like that slow down, you're going to have a little bit more of an opportunity to get out in the community a little bit more and meet some people. So definitely encourage you folks, if you see Grant out and about, say hi to him. He'd love
Yeah.
to talk to you.
Come talk to me. Yeah, we'll scare something up. We'll
All right.
definitely have a conversation. Yeah, it might end up on the internet or the radio.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a story waiting all over the place.
That's right.
You just got to find them, right?
Sometimes they're sneaky and they like to hide,
Yeah.
but they're there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm always listening. Yeah.
How's everything else going?
Everything's great. It's been really nice kind of settling in and getting a little bit of sunlight despite, some really hot days. But
Yeah.
kind of getting out and seeing what's around.
I know you and Emily have been attached at the hip the last few couple of weeks. She's really
Yes.
I told you when you came in, I was like, now Emily is going to be a really good teacher for you.
Yes.
Did I understate that in any way?
I
shape,
would
or
say
form? Or
really
she's-
good is there are probably, I suppose.
She's thorough.
Completely. Yes. Yeah.
All
Almost
right.
to the point where it's like, wait, why am I here? You can just do all of this. You know what I mean? Like with one hand tied behind your back.
She's got a motor, that's for sure.
No kidding. Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, it's been really great working with her actually, and kind of learning the ropes really quickly, I think, because of how thorough she is in terms of how she goes about teaching and like the appropriate amount of kind of hands-off instruction.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're doing a great job. Just wanted
Thanks,
to pull
Jeremy.
you in here and let you know, and wish you good luck the rest of the summer. And
Yeah.
we'll soon enough, we're going to be getting into more sports season stuff, and we'll get you on the mic on that side of things.
That'll be a trip. Yeah.
We'll get you announcing some music too.
Really looking forward
Heck
to
yeah.
it. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you, Grant. All right, before we take it into news at 9 o'clock, I want to tell you all about what's going on at the Quilting Shack and the Cleaning Shack. Remember, when you need dry cleaning done, they're located inside the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. The drop-off deadline is Wednesday by 11:30 in order to have your dry cleaning back the following Wednesday by 3 p.m. And as always, the Quilting Shack has a great variety of projects and material available to you as well. We're talking about the Quilting Shack, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Inside there is also the Cleaning Shack. They're open Tuesday to Saturday, closed Sunday and Monday, the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow. Their hours Tuesday to Friday are 11 to 5:30, and their hours on Saturdays are 11 until 4 o'clock. Also want to tell you about Hot Rockets Fireworks. Those of you that are fans of Hot Rocket Fireworks, you told them how impressed you are with the Raccoon brand of fireworks, and they listened. They doubled the amount of Raccoon product that they carry, and you're not going to find Raccoon brand fireworks at your average fireworks stand, but you will find it at Hot Rocket Fireworks. Remember, when you shop with them, military members get 20% discount, and of course, the free t-shirts are available every day for anyone with a $100 purchase. They have more product than ever before, and all of the buy one, get one free deals are back. Whistling artillery shells are buy one, get one free. Smoke ball bags are buy one bag, get one free. 200-gram multi-shots are buy one, get one free. And of course, their most popular 300-shot Saturn missile, buy one, get one free. Buy any of their 4 largest assortment packs and receive your grand finale item for free, while they're sure to ask you about their Heavenly Hound dog treats to keep man's best friend calm and relaxed this time of year. They've even got something for the dog for 4th of July if the fireworks make him or her nervous. They've got locations in Kearney, Lexington, Kozak, Gothenburg, and in Broken Bow. They are next to Wenquist Incorporated in Broken Bow. So go and check them out at Hot Rocket Fireworks in all of those locations across central Nebraska. Well, I just tossed a lot of information your way, but more information is coming your direction now as we step into news, weather, and sports.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has learned former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson will testify at today's surprise hearing called by Congress January 6th investigators. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
They've deposed Hutchinson already. They had a lengthy closed-door deposition with her. Today, they present Hutchinson's testimony in public for the world.
3 people in custody after the bodies of nearly 50 migrants were found in the back of a hot airless tractor trailer in San Antonio. CBS's Omar Villafranca.
We don't know the names or the ages of those who are dead, but we do know that of the 16 people taken to the hospital, 12 adults, 4 children.
Boy Scouts aboard the train that hit a dump truck derailed and flipped in rural Missouri getting credit from their troop leader.
We had a number of kids with some injuries. The one scout stayed with the truck driver and got him some water and comforted him.
The driver and 2 train passengers were killed. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Yankees scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th to beat Oakland 9-5. Toronto a 7-2 winner against Boston, ending the Red Sox 7-game winning streak. Minnesota's first place in the AL Central, now 3 games over the Guardians. Cleveland's lost 5 straight. Minnesota a winner at Cleveland tonight, 11-1. St. Louis down Miami 9-0. Colorado shut out the Dodgers 4-0, beating Tyler Anderson, who had been 8-0 this season. The Angels came back to down the White Sox 4-3. Baltimore won the late game 9-2 at Seattle as the Orioles hit 5 home runs. The big news before the 2 late games tonight that the Angels, after the brawl with Seattle yesterday, received a bundle of suspensions, 9 of them led by manager Phil Nevin, who started a 10-game suspension tonight. In the NBA, Nets guard Kyrie Irving is staying in Brooklyn, opting into his player option, and John Wall will secure a buyout with Houston and become an unrestricted free agent.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Plenty of sunshine in store for today, with highs working up into the lower 90s. Lower winds out of the south and southwest at 5 to 15. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 64. Heating up on your Wednesday to the upper 90s for high temperatures, with sunny and dry weather conditions. Winds becoming gusty from the south, increasing to 15 to 25. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Irrigation season started early this year, and Custer Electric and Irrigation wants to remind you of important offerings that set them apart. They are once again offering free FieldNet and NFTrax demos for this growing season. Demos are limited, so make sure you call soon to reserve your pivot control or set of NFTrax. If you want to skip the demo and buy, Custer Electric and Irrigation recently installed 4 radio bridges that allow the service area for telemetry and FieldNet to expand where you may not have previously been able to get it. More bridges also mean cheaper annual subscriptions, so talk to Lance to see what he can do for you. If you need tires but don't want to upgrade to NFTrax, 11.2 by 38 tires with reinforced rims with tubes are on hand and on sale for $1,000 per tire while supplies last. Of course, if your pivot is leaking more than irrigating, don't settle for second best on sprinklers. Update today to have installs done before service season heats up. Call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference. Thank you to Custer Electric and Irrigation for bringing you news, weather, and sports here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And it's time to get up and go to the east side of Broken Bow. Sounds like the guys are outside at Off-Broadway. We'll send it to them. Go ahead, guys.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. We do welcome you to Off-Broadway here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. And we are outside. We're underneath this beautiful gazebo. We're enjoying the beautiful morning. Dave is here. We've got residents from Off-Broadway here. Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good morning.
Great to see you. Jessica's here. Jody is here. Good morning.
Good morning. We have guests here as well. So
Yeah.
not only residents, but guests came to visit
great.
with the residents, which is fantastic. We wanted them to come. So
Now, have all of you been enjoying the cinnamon rolls that I made this morning? Are they good? They good? Okay, good. I got up super early to make those.
Barb said she didn't get any from you.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Well, I'm sorry. I'll have to go check the oven.
Oh, Brent, I know
Yes.
this is kind of unprofessional. We're just
Yeah.
going to start here, but would you hold my gum? Because I can't talk very good with my gum.
I'm not holding your gum. That's gross. I'm not going to hold your gum.
Well, I don't want to stick it on the gazebo here.
Well, yeah, if we do, we probably want to make sure that we remember to get it.
Yeah.
When we're ready to go.
Boy, this is nice. This gazebo is beautiful, great spot, and good company. So we're ready to go, Jody. This is something I think you've mentioned a few times on the Breakfast Show about having this for the folks to come out and enjoy whenever they like. It's really nice to have it here, isn't it?
It is wonderful. And of course, today being the end of June, we were surprised with the cooler weather, and I was excited because I wasn't looking forward to the heat. So, but it's, you know what, it turned out great. So I'm glad that everybody came out. I appreciate it, and we will just have fun and go with it.
Okay, well, it's been fun already, just getting to see all these familiar faces. I recognize most everybody here. You know what I'm like with names, but I know even some of the names because these folks have been members of our communities for a while, and it's great to have them here.
Absolutely. I'm glad they came out to join us out here today. But yeah, we have people that have been here for a while, and they know a lot of people in the community, so we're glad to have them as a part of our family.
Yeah, very nice. Jody, of course, heads up things here, and Jessica, you do a lot of different things here, but one of the things I think that you enjoy the most, at least the way we see it from having you come in, is these people right here.
Yeah. They are my people, that's for sure. I take care of them, and I just love them. So it's all about them.
And they're the family who come to visit.
Absolutely. Their family is super important because that's what keeps us running. So, yep.
Brent, I could just put this gum on your cup.
Well, thanks, Dave. Yeah, go ahead. Just, do you need to? Are you okay? You know, when I was in college, I was doing an air check, and it was a big grade. And I walked in, I sat down at the board, and right away my professor says, well, this is over. And he gets up, starts to walk out. I'm like, what did I do? I had gum in my mouth, and he would not let me go any further until I took the gum out of my mouth. Really? So, yeah.
Maybe you need to have a procedure.
So, yeah, we need to talk to Dave about that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be the leader of the pack here. Here I am with gum in my mouth. Well, I think that's okay. These folks here will be
I have a
completely
feeling.
understandable about it. So, we've got cinnamon rolls and coffee and good company. Who made the cinnamon rolls?
It wasn't me. You're lucky it wasn't me. So it was Jessica who did it this morning.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep, I got here pretty early this morning and got them going, so they're pretty fresh. So, yep.
Was it a special recipe? Can I ask that?
Yeah, when I come in this morning, her hair was full of flour, her nose.
I know, yeah.
You know,
she told me to go take a bath.
Yeah.
So,
maybe take a shower.
Did you clean up the kitchen, or is the mess still in
I
there?
actually did.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, yep.
That's
I
more
put
than
away
I
the
would have done.
dishes and put away the frosting, and yep, I try to do what I can to make it easier for everybody.
Good.
Well, can we meet some of the folks here? If you would just for the sake of not making or avoid making a mistake on names, would you introduce us as we go around? Maybe we could have some conversation.
Can they just introduce themselves?
Sure, that would be fine. I know most of these folks. Let's start right here.
Would you like to say your name?
Ruth Hagman.
We'll go to the next.
Judy has a mouthful of cinnamon rolls. Judy Parker.
What's your name?
Cleo.
Cleo. What's your name?
Ralph McIntosh.
Ralph McIntosh. What's your name?
Eugene Wyckoff.
Eugene Wyckoff. What's your name, Trouble? Don Ferguson. Oh, and then there's the mayor, Don Ferguson. What about you?
Jeannie Leapart.
Jeannie Leapart.
Are you?
Oh boy, I can't wait for this interview.
Are you Christy Leapart's mother?
Thought I was.
I didn't realize her last name was Leapart, though.
Well, we love her.
Okay, that's good.
Does she love us? Has she ever talked about us? Oh, okay.
Christy Wells, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about Leapart. And your name?
Bonnie Ferguson.
Bonnie, how are you?
Fine.
I'd like to get, maybe before we move on, I'll work my way back, Jessica, if that's all right. Bonnie, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up and so forth?
In Ansley. All my life, just about. A few months other places, but yeah, and lived in Ansley.
Ansley's a good place to live.
Yes, best.
It's really a community I think that people need to drive into and take a look around.
Sure do. Yep. Got several new houses, brand new down there. So.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Jeannie, you live near your place. Originally was it probably was at the same spot for a long time where you lived near Myrna, right?
Yeah, you was there once.
I was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And Randy still just lives down the road.
So do you still get out there once in a while? Because you can come and go as you like.
Yeah, I go out there, check it out.
See if they're taking care of things?
Yeah, that's got right.
All right. And this is Carla? Cleo, how are you doing?
Good. I'm Cleo Nelson.
Cleo Nelson, and where did you spend your time growing up and living before you came to Off-Broadway?
My grandparents, the Glendys, moved down on the river east of Pressy Park in 1905. And that's where I moved up here from. And I still have a daughter-in-law in the place down there.
So you can get down there once in a while?
Oh, yeah.
1905.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's some good history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
All right. Judy Parker, now that you've finished up your cinnamon roll, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Now, are you married to Noel Parker?
I think so. The last time I checked, I was, yeah.
How's that going for you?
Well, it was 55 years this year, so I'd say it was
wow,
going pretty good.
Great.
55 years. That's wonderful. And you've lived in the same house almost, I would think, all those 55.
Yeah, it was probably not quite 55. Maybe 52. 52.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do you still put up Christmas lights?
No, I think we're retiring now.
Thank you. Ruth Hagman, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Ruth, we were neighbors when I was a kid up on Memorial Drive, and a lot of people will know the house on Memorial Drive that is the house underground, right?
That's right.
And you and your husband built that, I think.
Yes, we did. We sure did. Day and night.
Day and night. I remember you'd given us a tour of the house, and what was amazing was how well it was built and how sound stayed inside of that house because it was underground.
Yeah. Yes, we have really enjoyed it.
Yes, I do.
It's
I like my
easy
people.
to heat and cool. So.
Have flowers on the roof if you want to.
Uh-huh. And grass. So we mow.
So you're here at Off-Broadway now?
No.
No, you're here visiting.
Visiting, yes.
So you're still at the house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't know if you'd moved or not.
No, I hope to stay there as long as I can.
Yeah, well, that's the way we all are.
Yeah.
So you get help from the family to take care of things?
Yes, Doug stops every day after work and helps me, and so get along fine. Good.
Well, I'm glad you're still there, Ruth.
Yeah, well, thank you. Good to talk to you.
You too. All right. Brent, that's just a few of the folks here. We're going to try to visit with everyone if we can.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
I want to know, now here at the gazebo, you get a great view of kind of the highway that's coming across. Has anyone ever wanted to make a citizen's arrest? I mean, is the traffic good? Do they come across here a little bit too fast sometimes? Are they okay? Pretty loud. Yeah.
Especially the big trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to give me? I want to know how the baby birds are doing. Who wants to give me a bird
do you
update?
Want to do an update on the birds? You're
Who
a bird watcher.
who watches the birds? Don doesn't know anything about the birds.
Doesn't know anything about the birds.
All right.
He just sits there and watches them for hours.
Now, was he the mayor?
Yes, he's the mayor.
Okay. All right.
He tells everybody he's the mayor.
Oh, that's good.
Got to have a pecking order.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Rolf likes to pick on us nurses and staff.
Well, he's an
super ornery.
old boxer. Did you know that?
He's a boxer?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I knew Ralph in the boxing days. How you doing?
Pretty good.
You remember a scrawny kid who was trying to box? Well, I actually boxed your son.
Yeah, right.
You usually work me over pretty good. So how long have you been here off Broadway?
About 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And you like it okay?
Yep, it's a good place.
Good. Well, it seems like everybody has a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's this gentleman over here again?
Eugene Wyckoff.
Eugene, what? Give me a little history lesson. Where did you spend your time before you arrived?
Well, I was born and raised at the little town of Brewster.
Okay.
And I moved to Holdridge, worked in a feed yard.
So you've done a lot of things.
And ended up at Parkinson's and ended.
I see. Well, you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Hey, well, do you remember what years would have you been around Brewster?
Well, I went to school 13 years in one school.
Okay, all right. Did they have the newspaper still going when you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that was pretty amazing. Brewster, Nebraska had their own newspaper.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty cool. I actually met the gentleman, I think, who ran it at the end of its run, but I guess the county seat needed a newspaper, right?
Well, no. It was owned by the same guy till he passed away.
Yeah. Well, it's nice talking to you.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Brent, how you doing over there?
I think I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
I want to know what's for dinner. Breakfast has sure been good.
They also had French toast, some of them did, and they opted to come out here.
French
instead.
toast?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
French toast.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yesterday they got treated with Casey's Pizza. So
that sounds good.
We do spoil our people.
It's not
So-
too far to Casey's
Nope.
from here, is it?
No.
Yeah.
It's good pizza, too.
Yeah, it is very good. Yeah. You want to introduce some more folks, Jessica? Okay.
Norma Fink.
Barbara Pomplin.
Barbara Pomplin.
Mildred Coleman. This is a nice show. Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Paula Napple.
Donna Russell.
Nadine Anderson.
Nadine Anderson.
All right.
All right. Should we talk to Norma?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Dave's going to visit with some more folks here.
What do I want? Well, I need some information, Norma.
You need what?
Information.
Oh, well, I worked here for 9 years.
You worked here, and I heard you.
All of them but 2.
Nice.
I miss them.
Well, I heard you say you just wish maybe you could still be doing that.
I do. I wish I could. Got too old.
You still look great.
Thanks. It was fun.
It was fun, and of course you
cook.
Well, I bet they loved your cooking.
Now I cook for my family.
So did you work in the kitchen?
Yep.
You worked in the kitchen
Yeah.
for 9 years?
Kitchen in 9 years here at Off Broadway. Now you're enjoying sitting here at the gazebo and eating somebody else's rolls.
Yeah. I love to make cinnamon rolls.
Ooh. Well, if you want to make some and let us test them for you, just let us.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I'll do that sometime.
All right. Thanks, Norma. And Mrs. Pomplin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. You look great.
Well, thank you.
Something about some people age gracefully and then some people looking this direction don't.
Look kind of wrinkled and.
For folks, I think a lot of people know a little bit about you, but talk about, did you give us a little background of history?
Oh, I've lived here most of my life. We were gone for a few years, but came back, and my husband worked for the REA, and I worked for the telephone company, and I guess on from there.
Yep. How long did you?
Kids.
2 kids,
Mhm.
and their names are?
Cindy Taylor and Jerry Poplin.
Jerry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jerry had the bowling alley for many years.
Yeah, and now he has the one in Grand Island, so
All right.
keeps him busy.
All right. And how long did you work with the phone company?
I had 28 years.
So when you worked there, were you a switchboard operator?
Yes, I was.
Did you do that on skates?
No, I didn't do it on skates. I did it on sitting.
Well, that was the days where you could talk to the operator once in a while.
Yeah, you bet. You could talk to the people once in a while, too. Yeah, it was great.
I bet you liked it.
Yes, I did. My dad was a manager at one time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Steve Stevenson.
Okay.
Was a manager here for years, so.
Well, great history, and it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
All right. All right, Brent, what do you think so far? These are pretty nice people.
I would say so. You know, we talk a lot about the team. We talk about this with Jody and Jessica all the time, the fact that it's a team here at Off Broadway. We talk about a team with the staff and the residents, and then the friends that come in and visit, and we're getting a good sample of that today, aren't we, Jessica?
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I would like to live here for lots of different reasons. The wonderful gazebo, the good food, the good company, and then also having your car underneath a roof would be nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
The people who live here,
Yeah.
their cars are under a protected roof.
Yeah.
So they can come and go and not worry about hailstorms when they're in the house.
Yeah. I think someone wants to visit with us.
All right.
All right.
Did you ever listen to the Glenn Napple sports program at 5 o'clock on KRVN?
I listened to him do his predictions.
My husband.
Oh, wow.
That was your
okay.
husband. And
He didn't always get the games right, but he had fun.
well, you and Brett should have this conversation, I think.
Well, I remember.
Pardon me?
We would. I remember Glenn when he would
Pardon
make.
me?
Yep, that's all right. I'll get over here. I remember.
You remember Glenn?
I remember Glenn when he would
good.
do his predictions.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and my.
he didn't always get them right, and people let him know, you know, when he didn't.
That's what I was going to ask you, was if he got a game wrong, if people from the other team reminded him of that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, I have fond memories of him and his predictions. I want to say that even, I think for one season, he came and did predictions at Casey and I KBBN,
yeah,
I think.
he loved that show.
Yeah.
And like wherever we were in the car someplace, he would give his program while we were going someplace in the car.
Yeah, yeah. Well, those were great memories, and
Yes,
it was always fun to hear his predictions of the games.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, great.
Yeah. Well, we like your program. It's so nice.
Well, thank you. Well,
Yes.
we sure have enjoyed being here this morning.
Pardon me?
We sure have enjoyed being here this
Oh,
morning.
good. And all the donuts and coffee and everything.
That makes it even better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, who else do we have here?
Mildred Coleman.
Mildred, nice to meet you. How are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
So give us a little history on yourself. Where did you grow up? And
I grew up at Broken Bow, and then after I was married, we were at Myrna, west of Myrna, between Myrna and Arnold.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And we were married 70 years before my husband passed away.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and we had to
70
move
years.
in here. Oh, well, let's see. We moved in here in 2017, and then he passed away in 2018, and, you know, this is a good place to live at this time in my life.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you what you enjoy about Off-Broadway.
You know, I enjoy everything.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things going on, and you can do as many things as you'd like, and I do like to do most things.
All right. Well, great. Well, great visiting with you, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. I'll give this back to Dave. I think, do we have more folks that want to visit?
A couple more, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, I remember Mr. Napple's program as well.
Oh, yeah.
And he did do a year or two on KCNI.
I do remember that, yeah.
Yep. All right, Donna Russell. How you doing, Donna?
I'm good. Thank you.
Haven't seen you for a while. I think you look better than you did the last time I saw you.
You know, I live here, so I look better.
Okay. And then you're living here at Off-Broadway?
I've been here over 5 years now.
5 years. And I remember you lived out on Highway 2 at a farm out there for many years.
Yeah, 48.
48 years?
Yeah. Had to do the math on that.
No kidding. Well, you were always pretty active when you lived out on the farm and around the community. I'd see you at all sorts of functions and activities that we were involved in. You were almost always there. And you look like you're still pretty active. What do you like about Off-Broadway?
Well, just, you can't beat this. You know, it's good. It's very good, and you know, they take good care of us and provide everything we need, and you know, and we have good friends here, you know, and so yeah, it's good, very good. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Donna. It's always good to see you. And we have, I think, one more here that we haven't talked to, and you'll have to refresh me on your name.
Nadine Anderson.
Nadine, give us a little history lesson. Were you good when you were a teenager?
Well, I think probably pretty good.
That was an unfair question. Who's good when they're a teenager anyway? So give us a little history on where you grew up and where you lived and maybe your family life.
I grew up north of Seneca, Nebraska. I suppose there's not too many people know where Seneca is, but anyway, it's there. And I was a ranch girl all my life.
Seneca, I think, is interesting because there's not really much there now, but there was a big railroad turnaround at one time, wasn't it?
One time, yeah. Yeah, I think that we'd heard there was 1,000 people there at one time, but I don't think there was that many. There was over 800, though.
Yeah.
But it's not very many anymore.
No, there's a bed, or was at least a bed and breakfast there that my wife stayed at a few years ago, and it was wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, those folks redone that hotel that the Burlington had used, and it's really nice. But they don't use it anymore, so they just live there.
Well, that's a nice place to live. Do you remember? Was there a diner car down by the railroad tracks?
You mean a cafe?
Yeah, a cafe.
Well, there was for a while. After that was after the railroad had taken the passenger trains off.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had one for a while.
Well, that's wonderful memories. And then from there, did you move from Seneca then?
No, we stayed on the ranch.
Okay.
My husband and I would have been married 67 years in 1915 had he lived.
Wow.
On our ranch, on the same place.
Same place.
It's still there. Our boys take care of it now, and they take cattle in the summertime.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that you were good when you were a teenager and that you stayed around Seneca.
She's my new friend.
You guys are friends?
Well, we eat at the same table.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's really great to have some company while you're eating lunch or whatever, isn't it?
Yes, it really is.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies.
Uh-huh.
All right. Oh, what great stories. We could do a show here every day, I think. Brent.
I was just going to say, we need to make all these people our co-hosts.
Yeah.
This would be fun.
I think they could tell some wonderful stories each and every day.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that Jody is available here. If you make friends with the folks who live here, you're also going to be hearing a lot of good stories about family and ranching and farming and maybe even industry, whatever they did during their lifetime, right?
Absolutely. Just come on in and visit. And if I'm not available, maybe Jessica is, or vice versa, whatever. So just come on in and have some fun and see if you can be a part of our family.
Yeah, it's a great family.
It is. Yeah. We talk. You guys come in and we can talk about what Off-Broadway is. But I think this morning everybody got a real sample of what Off-Broadway is, and that's pretty neat.
It's better to have the real picture instead of just what we say on the radio every morning in your office.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I think, Jessica, you found a home here for yourself as well.
Yes, I did. I really enjoy this place. I really do. It's not only just as a work environment, the people here just make my job so much easier.
Jody, do you have any, now that we've maybe got people's interest here a little bit today, because these people can come and go as they please. They can all go back to their farm or ranch and their family. We've heard that several times. Do you have some available space?
We do. What you need to do is just get a hold of Jessica or I, and we'll start that process and go from there with you.
Okay. Well, thanks for the treats and the coffee and the big treat of visiting with all these wonderful people.
Well, I want to thank you for coming out, and I want to thank our guests for coming also. It made for a great day today.
Yeah, it's been great.
It has
yes.
been.
Can I tell you something else?
Sure, you can.
I was in the rest home up at Mullen.
Okay.
And I'd been there for 6 or 7 years, and they closed it on us.
They closed the rest home at Mullen. I didn't know that.
The rest home at Mullen. And so we all had to find another place to go. And so my son happened to hear about this place, so he got on the phone right away and got me in. But it's really a nice place.
Well, if you had to land somewhere else, I think you hit the right spot.
Oh, well, I think so too.
And we
enjoy
love
you,
having
Nadine.
her here.
Well, she seems like a very nice lady, even though she may have did some tricks when she was a teenager.
So did you utilize the time change? Did you utilize the time change in Seneca? So isn't it like...
Yeah, it's right at the breaking point.
So at midnight it was 11 or something like that, so you got an extra hour every day if you go on the other side?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was one family north of us that kept her clock on both times. And I said, how could you manage?
I'm thinking maybe what Jessica's thinking too. As a teenager, you could say, you told me to be home at 11, right? Depending on which clock you use.
Yeah, right.
I would so totally do that. I'm guilty.
Guilty as charged. Well, Brent, I know we were running out of time, but this has been fun. Jody, thanks for inviting us.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out, guys.
We appreciate
I
being
really
here.
enjoyed it.
Was there anything else you wanted to mention regarding Off-Broadway before we close it up? Or
We do have the referral bonus.
Oh,
so
okay.
make sure that if you know somebody that's here in this community or even beyond Broken Bow area, if you know somebody that could use our facility as living here, give us a call, as well as if you have a good person that's got good work ethics and you think they would be a good fit for us, give us a call and you can get a pay up to $500.
Okay.
So
Good offer.
Yeah.
Jody, it just seems like you and I have patched up all differences. Seems like
we have.
We're friends now.
I don't know what differences it was, Brandon. Do you?
Well, I'm going to my island. I'm going to my island. Oh, what fun this has been. And I don't know who ordered this up, but what a beautiful morning. So thanks
It
for
is
ordering
absolutely
that.
gorgeous. Couldn't have asked for better.
No. Thank you, ladies, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Really
Thank you.
appreciate you coming out. Thank you. We enjoyed visiting with you. Thank you so much. All right, that'll do it from Off-Broadway. Jeremy, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, sounds like you had a lot of fun out there, and thank you, folks, for all tuning in to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll take a step back, and when I come back, we'll close out the show.
Happy 4th of July from all of us at Beau Bouterie. What's more perfect for summer than a pair of sandals or flip-flops? Come snag a new pair and save 25% right now. We have sizes available for the entire family. Celebrate our country's independence and celebrate beautiful summer days with sandals and flip-flops. 25% off at your home-owned shoe store, Beau Bouterie, on the square in Broken Bow.
Gary's Superfoods is proud to serve you as your hometown grocery store. Get ready for the 4th of July. Heinz Ketchup is just $2.99 with coupon. And get Kraft American Singles for $2.49 to toss on those burgers. Extra large red or green seedless grapes are $1.49 a pound. And jumbo super ripe yellow peaches or nectarines are $1.99 a pound. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Big news! Greta Van Susteren is back, and she's on Newsmax. Tune into Newsmax at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight to watch The Record with Greta Van Susteren and get the real news. Plus, check out the new lineup of Rob Schmidt, Eric Bowling, and more. Newsmax is on all major cable and streaming platforms. If your cable system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them and demand it. And download the free Newsmax app on your phone. Make the switch to Newsmax today.
They're pounding on the door. They're calling on the phone. It's the collectors. It's those credit cards you ran up trying to start your business. Now you found out that a DBA hurts the family and brings the pain home.
For over 40 years, Ray Reynolds has helped customers get millions in credit. Ray Reynolds will get your score above 750. Do you need $50,000 of corporate credit? Now you can call Ray's webinar at 800-486-9020 and get your credit score up to 750 and receive a $1,000 cash credit card within days. That's 800-486-9020.
That'll do it for our Get Up and Go Breakfast Show for your Tuesday. Thank you very much to all of our guests and our other sponsors, including the Arrow Seed Company, Big Iron Auction Company, Broken Bow Lions Club, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, our friends at Off-Broadway, who you just heard from on remote broadcast. Thank you as well to Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts, the Quilting Shack, Team Physical Therapy, Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks, and the Tumbleweed Cafe. It was a great show, and we've got more great shows